Oh, noise is just going to start again.
Okay, guys, welcome back. It's now Tuesday, March 10th, 2009, 12:26 a.m. We just did 7 Amber Alert cases. We had one more to go, so we're going to go ahead and do that one right now. And that would be case number 695, Allison Corrales. But before I do that, I'd like to welcome back Deborah. And we also have Gail St. John with us. Hi, Gail, and hi, Deborah.
Okay.
Okay, just making some notes. So let's get this started. We're going to knock out this Amber Alert case, and we're going to go to some good news. We have 2 Amber Alert cases that recently closed. We'll talk about them real quick, and then we'll go into our 3 cases, our old cases that we try to get to every day. And we also want to we're going to mention some stuff about what's going on in the Aji case, which I think is really important. So you guys, please stay tuned. When we get these cases done, we want to talk about that. It's very important. So please keep listening. I'll try to be entertaining. Um, so, anyways, let's get started. Next case is case number 680, or I'm sorry, 695, which is Allison Corrales. The case was requested to be opened on March 8th of 2009, 2 days ago. The dream drawings were done last night, or the night, actually it's the night before now. And Deborah has information for Allison.
Yes, I do. This is for Allison, Alllyson. Instead of an I, there's a Y.
Mm-hmm.
Last name Corrales. She's been missing since March 6, 2009. This is a family abduction, but there's a little disturbing twist to it. Her date of birth is January 13th of 2005. She's a white female, 4 years old, 58 inches tall. She weighs 40 pounds. She's missing from Kansas City, Missouri right now. She has brown hair and brown eyes. It states here that she may be in the company of Louis Corrales, and that is her biological father. They do have a felony warrant out on Louis right now. They may travel to Manassas, Virginia, or Houston, Texas. They advise caution. Louis Corrales, I guess some might pronounce it Luis. He is 31 years old, and that's the only information I have for him. As far as this case goes, the twist that's upsetting to me is that she's been missing since the 6th, since Friday. And they realized she was missing when her mom's body was discovered. And that is why they have a warrant out for her father right now. He's a suspect in the homicide of Allison's mom. Allison's mom, her sister, so that would be Allison's aunt, had not heard from her. And so she got worried, and she sent her husband over there. So Allison's mom's brother-in-law went over to check on her, and he discovered her in the apartment. So at this point, they're talking more about possibly Houston, Texas than Manassas, Virginia, but we can't be entirely sure either. So they advise caution. Her father is wanted for a homicide right now.
Okay. Okay, what I have from the dream drawings, actually, there's 3 of them. The first one, once again, guys, this is case 695. It's up on the website if you want to follow along. It starts off. It says, with Dad's girlfriend, ring on right hand, sunflower. Um, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'm assuming that's some type of image or logo of a sunflower or something like that. I don't think it's actually a plant. A real sunflower. I think it's something to do with an image or a picture or logo on something. Next dream drawing says candle in room. Now I've seen that candle before. I actually have something that's similar, so that might be unrelated then. But just in case, that is um, it's a religious candle. It's actually, I believe, Catholic. I'm not exactly sure when they burn them or whatever, but I do know that I have one. The next dream drawing says St. Louis, and that's some type of building or maybe apartment complex or something like that. This case is brand new. One good thing is I did not get any feelings so far of anything of death. There's no symbols like that, nor I don't believe there was any type of feelings or anything other than that. Since there has been a murder in this case, obviously the child is in great danger. There is an Amber Alert issued. As far as I know, that she hasn't, Allison has not been located yet. Um, any other thoughts on that, Deborah? Anything else that's coming out in the news or anything as we speak?
Well, one thing that I would like to state is that there was times that Allison's mom had a restraining order against her father. I have not been able to verify if that was in effect at the time. He was living in San Antonio, Texas, but he went to Kansas City, Missouri to visit Allison, and Allison's mom had sole custody of her. The other thing that bothers me is with this type of situation, Allison is in danger, and I'm not trying to fault our system because I know that other countries don't have Amber Alert systems and such, but after 24 hours, they cancel the alert because that's the policy. And we have a little girl out there with her father who it looks like, killed her mother.
Okay, they canceled
So
the alert.
At this point, yes, after 24 hours.
What justification? I mean, what's the justification then? I mean, that's not a.
They claim that there's a policy of 24 hours for the Amber Alert, and they'll continue pursuing it as a homicide / abduction.
Then the police have to know something that we don't know, because there's Amber Alert cases on all the time that are older than 24 hours.
Well, in a lot of cases, Brian, they classify those as the CANS in capital letters, the CANS alert, and they run them on the Amber Alert ticker. In fact, they're still running Haley Cummings right now. They just stopped running Aji a few weeks ago. So
well, that's the ticker. And actually, guys, that's really not. The Amber Alert system is something our Congress enacted. There is only one Amber Alert system, and that's, I believe, amberalert.gov. It's a government-issued thing. It's actually their government policies in place. That's what we're talking about when the red tape comes down to it. Any other thing, including that ticker, I believe, are something called amberalert.org, which is great, but they are not affiliated with the Amber Alert system. I don't know as far as all the policies and regulations that go along with this case, but I do know, I mean, common sense would tell me if there was a murder taking place and you have a suspect, that you wouldn't cancel the Amber Alert. So obviously they know something we don't know. If not, then I don't know why the reason would be, other than she's safe or that she's been located. Any thoughts, Deborah?
Well, she has not been located, so I really hope that they know something. But if they knew something, why hasn't she been located by now?
I don't know. That's really frustrating, because if you cancel an Amber Alert, I'm thinking, well, she must have been found, and she hasn't been found, or they don't have any clue where she's at. Then why do that? Because that's going to prevent people from looking for her, right?
Well, when they run cancellation for Amber Alert, when they run it that the Amber Alert has been canceled because someone has been located, they run that longer than the 24 hours, it seems.
Okay, let's go with this is an Amber Alert case. It'll stay an Amber Alert. Okay. We're the unofficial Amber Alert system then. This is an Amber Alert.
Right.
She went missing. I had worked with Gail St. John a while back. We continue to work together. And she's I just asked her. She is a psychic. She's able to work on a lot of cases. Some she can work on right away. Some she can't. She's very good at what she does, and she's agreed to help us with this case right here. And thank you, Gail. Are you getting anything now, or?
No, I just heard bits and parts and
Okay.
waking up. So...
And I'm going to take some notes too, like I normally do.
Can Deb get the high spots on this
Yeah,
case
Deborah-
real quick? Because you were breaking up so bad I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry, but
I
Deborah.
don't know if it's my end or yours.
Okay,
I'm
just
going back to
just,
I was going to
name
put them
just
in Skype.
okay.
I'll give them to you.
Okay, just name an A. Okay,
Okay.
Skype her or whatever.
Okay, Allison is 4 years old. She's been missing since March 6th. Her date of birth is January 13th, 2005, a white female. She's missing from Kansas City, Missouri, brown hair, brown eyes. And they feel that she's in the company of her father right now, Louis or Luis Perales, and they have the warrant out on him. And it states that they may travel to Manassas, Virginia, or Houston, Texas, there have been some news reports I've seen that have indicated more toward Texas. And I don't know if that's because he was living in San Antonio, Texas at the time or what. But he does have family in both areas from what I've been able to gather. Is there anything more that you need?
No, that's it. The one thing is I feel she's safe. And I didn't pay attention to whatever Brian said about the case. I don't like to pay attention.
Yeah,
to
actually, I should have let in like that. If next time we'll do this, I'll let you go first because I know sometimes that might.
Okay, but it's not. It's not. I just didn't listen. And also, I was chatting with somebody else, so I really knew I wasn't paying attention. To
yeah, and this computer is going to go out the window here in a second. Of course, you guys won't be able to see that.
The thing I'm seeing, and you said Texas, but I'm not seeing Texas.
Okay.
I feel like I'm heading into New Mexico area, and I feel like I'm at the border.
Okay.
So, not I mean into the States, not going into anywhere. I mean, I'm on a U.S. border, but I'm just crossing the line into New Mexico. And
Okay.
the first thing I saw was something, and it looked like the name was something like HAU or HUA, something like that in the beginning of the name. It quickly flashed by me, so I'm not sure what the name is. I felt like it's a very small city or town as you cross the border. I also heard that it was approximately 100 miles from someone, so I take it that there's a relative that lives in Texas that's approximately 100 miles from here. And you say, did I hear you say San Antonio?
I think I said
Yeah.
St. Louis.
St. Louis?
Well,
Yeah, I'm
actually,
talking about in Texas.
Yes, the father lives in San Antonio, Cal.
Okay, but I'm saying go.
Oh, you're talking about.
miles
I'm
is-
sorry, Gail. You're talking about from Denver. Sorry.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
100 miles from San Antonio. Okay, but I feel like this child's not going to remain in his custody. This will be resolved.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be resolved pretty soon.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, I got safe. Not in Texas, possibly New Mexico. The letters HAU or HUA, 100 miles from San Antonio. And the case will be resolved soon. Good? Is that Gail? Good? Anything else?
Yes. Yep. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll post those notes right away. I wrote them down and I'll go ahead and scan them and I'll put them on the website. If you guys want to visit Gail's,
No, it's not a lot, but
well, no, anything, and this goes to anybody else that's psychic or not. If you have any information, please let us know. Everybody is welcome. As long as you're trying to help, we don't care. Gail's website
I
is.
don't feel worried on this case. I really honestly don't feel worried.
That's good.
I feel really impressed, really worried when I find out some of these people are missing. Whether it be a child or adult, there's that rushed, kind of worried feeling. In this case, I'm not feeling it.
Okay. And looking what I have, I didn't see. There's no symbols of death or anything like that, unless you would. That sunflower is not. It kind of looks like the symbol that I sometimes get, but it's not. I can tell you that it's not. So let's hope that Allison will be found soon. One thing that's been bothering me. Tonight we had Samuel and Allison, and both of them are the names of my kids. And I know that's just a coincidence, but I really don't like hearing that. Okay, so on a different note, first of all, Gail St. John, you can go to our website at psychicgail.com or psychicgailstjohn.com. We have links on the cases to her website. I work with her on cases. She also works with Reginald Lewis and Travis. What's Travis's last name? Sanders, okay. With Travis Sanders, they're both well-known psychics. You can see them on, I believe, A&E Psychic Kids and some other stuff may be coming soon. If you go to our website, everybody works on cases together. So please visit that. A lot of these cases that we're talking about will be on there soon, and I believe they also have a forum set up too. Okay, on a lighter note, we have 2 Amber Alert cases that were they were found, and I believe both cases were found safe correctly. Do you hear all that noise? I'm getting a lot of noise.
Yeah, I hear noise.
Okay. Try muting, Gail. Like papers or something. Either way, I can hear you guys.
What do you hear? Is it sound like typing?
Yeah, sort of. I guess I'm not.
Oh, it might be.
Okay.
Tamara's typing. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.
Okay, Deborah, there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Let me get those cases up real quick. I have prepared for them too.
Now, there's some talk in the chat
Mhm.
that Allison's dad left his car in the driveway and the mom's 1999 Kia Sportage was missing.
Okay.
So, I guess he could be driving a Kia Sportage.
Okay. Can we?
And I do see, according to the chat, even though I have not been watching Nancy Grace myself, Allison was featured on Nancy Grace.
Okay, wonderful. Can we get that link up there in the forum too?
Which link would that be?
To what you were just talking about the car.
I will try the best I can. This came from someone that it looks like they must have seen a news report, but I will check the CNN transcript.
Okay.
And I will try Google again and see if I can come up with anything there if it's not in the CNN transcript from Nancy's show.
All right, thank you.
Okay, it says also, it showed on the news that the car was red. They showed a picture of it on Nancy Grace, so I can find it on the CNN transcript.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing, guys, that forum is very important. I still answer emails and I still post them in the case files, but there's a lot of cases and it does take a lot of time to do that. The best thing to do is go to the Missing Persons Forum, which is at the top of this Ustream. If you're watching Google or whatever, anyways, it's missingpersonforum.com. All the cases are listed there. Links for my cases to that cases and vice versa are the same way. So if you have any information, please post them in the forums. That's the fastest way to get your information out there. Okay, so we have 2 Amber Alert cases that are now closed. I think both
There's something else from here, Brian.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Brian. I have a question from chat. If Gail is able to answer, I'm not sure if she can or not.
Okay.
Someone in chat wants to know if baby Allison saw her mother murdered.
I don't know, Gail.
Yes.
Did you hear the question?
I didn't hear the question. No, I couldn't hear it.
Okay, one more time.
We have some comments and questions in chat. Did baby Allison see her mom murdered?
I do believe that she heard it and was well aware of what was going on.
That's awful. Okay.
Okay, do you think the
So
father
it's a
could
good
be
thing, that's for sure.
right?
Okay.
If she only heard it, do you think the father could be traveling with someone else? Or is he alone?
I feel like the father, I feel like he's alone. I don't feel like there's another person involved in the taking of this child. I think there's people that know about it. I think there's people that know where he is. I just don't think he is traveling with, another person.
Okay, so he's by himself.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Okay, let's get to the good news.
Yes.
yes. We need some good news now, don't we?
Definitely. Okay, so this is case number 693, Casey Baez. The case was open on 3/7/2009. Dream drawings were done the same. Actually, the case was open on 3/7/2009. The dream drawings were actually done 2 days earlier on 3/5/09. I just hadn't posted them. What it says is he took her he took her to the drive. She is home 321. 3 stairs. We'll take her again June 14th of this year. Red car Depot 41. Police know the lies. 11632-99874. Monday 9 March. And it says, I'm not sure, but I think Casey is safe, but may not be on June 14th, 2009. I know this case was solved. We didn't do any research on it, but June 14th, 2009 kind of bothers me, Deborah. Can you give us some information on the case and the good news?
Well, Casey had been missing since January 15th of 2009.
Okay.
When I gave you this case. So as soon as you did an RV for the case, as soon as you did dream drawings, she was found.
Yeah.
She was located.
One thing that's been known to happen, I put that out, and that's a good thing, that it has been known to happen, that some cases where, it's been 6-7 years, then I do a dream drawing or some type of thing on it and they're found. I don't know if that's coincidence or not, but it's a good thing so far. Go on.
Well, in a lot of cases with the Amber Alerts, if I give you an Amber Alert, then before you can post the case, thankfully, the child is found. So when I ran across this one, I thought it really needed attention because she'd been missing since January. As far as the June date, that bothers me. It looks like we may have a parent that's, playing games and could have a habit of this. Casey is 8 years old. She lives in Longwood, Florida. Early evening on Saturday, I noticed that her poster was not up at National Center for Missing and Exploited Children anymore. So I knew something was up, and then it was going on 1 a.m. on Sunday when I got a private message from D. Lopez telling me that Casey had been found, that she was located and she was fine, and she was not able to provide a link. And then during the day on Sunday, Kinsley let me know that Casey was fine, but she could not find a link either. I still cannot find a link.
I'm doing the same thing. I cannot find anything as far as news goes.
Exactly, to show that Casey has been located safely. Is that not strange or what?
Okay, should we close the case?
Yes,
okay.
She has been located. I did check again today, and then I checked a little bit ago again, and her poster is not at, listed at National Center for Missing and Exploited Children anymore at missingkids.com, so she is located and she's fine. But as far as June goes, I really hope we don't have a
now we know that from a reader. I'm just looking at missingkids.com right now, just to, it's been removed from some of the sites.
When someone's located,
I know that. Yeah, I put located. I just put that in the case file. I'm looking at that. Apparently she's found, and it looks like she's found safe, from what Deborah says. So we'll close the case, but that date does bother me though. That's really all I have. I'm glad she was found, but let's hope it doesn't happen again. Anything else, Deborah?
Well, hopefully this case does not have to be reopened in June. That's all
or ever. But
right, exactly.
Okay, thank you. More good news. Case number 694. This is Jacob Lucas. The dream drawings were sent, or actually the requests were sent from Deborah on March 8th of 2009, and I got them done the same night. And Deborah, do you want me to tell you? I'll just go over the drawings like I did the last time. First dream drawing says Jacob is with mother. Trains are still in the house. 263-72. Did not throw away Miller. Okay, that train, I am almost positive, is something called Thomas the Tank Engine, which we have lots of. That, to me, that's what that looks like. So maybe this might be related to something that Jacob was worried about his trains or something like that. I don't know. The second dream drawing says driving in circles, stop the pain, he loves Jay. 263 on 72 by high school. I wrote, I think that Jacob is okay, and the train could be a toy of his, i.e. Thomas the Tank Engine. I got the Skype from you. It's actually, our Skype chat is on there, 411 The next day, he said Lucas has been found. I discussed if we should post this or not. Since I've already opened the case and posted it, we decided to go ahead and post it. But he was found, so we didn't continue any research. Deborah, can you bring us up to speed on the case and the good news?
Well, Jacob had actually been missing since Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So when the alert went out on Saturday, and because of the circumstances of the alert, that there was possibly some danger involved, I thought, since it wasn't resolved, fairly quickly after him going missing, that, it was time to give you the case. And thankfully, he was located prior to you posting the case. But when you did that, you said he was with his mother and stuff like that. So you have strange, sleep cycles and stuff like that. Sleep later in the day a lot of times too. And you actually, when you did this, he could have actually been found by that point. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I totally realize that. More than likely, yeah. Yeah.
He was with his mother.
And I questioned posting it, but the work was done, and I had already opened the case. So we went. A lot of times we do not do it because a lot of Deborah will wait until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's a lot of times when I go to bed, just to make sure she's not giving me a case that it didn't need to do. This time was a little too late, but we went and posted it. So yeah, I mean, more than likely that he was found, but was he with his mother or not? Do we know?
At the time that you did it, I don't know exactly what time you did that. But,
that's probably 4 or 5 in the morning.
His father had taken him, and since I gave it to you late Saturday night, he had been missing since Friday, and there was a rather large delay in issuing the Amber Alert, and there was danger involved because his father has a medical condition that requires medication. So, with some conditions, without medication, there could be danger because, people don't act right or whatever. So, it was a little scary. So since there had been a little bit of time there, I figured, it needed to be done. But he ended up safely back with his mom, and he had been missing from Ohio. But thankfully, they were able to cancel the alert, and he was home with his mommy where he belonged.
Wonderful news. So that's good. We really don't need to discuss this case any further since it's closed. Like I said, let's hope that doesn't happen again. The link you sent me and if you didn't mind, I put our Skype conversation up there just so people see why we had it open. Other than your social security number, I think your personal data is removed. Okay, Deborah?
Yeah, thanks for that.
You're welcome. Okay, let's do something a little bit different. I know we still have 3 cases to do, but we want to bring up a case that's, again, near and dear to our hearts. And what case would that be, Deborah?
That would be Aji, wouldn't it?
Yep. So I know you might not have his file. I know you might not have his file up there, but Aji's still missing. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened with Aji, or what circumstances led up to his disappearance? And I know you probably don't have to read anything on that one.
Well, you changed the order on me, but I think I can make do here.
Yeah, I changed the order because of timing. And we're gonna hit 45 before we can give the other cases the proper time they need.
Aji has been missing since January 10th of 2009. He was being taken care of by his grandmother in Farm Workers Village in Immokalee, Florida, while his mom was at work. And his grandmother checked on him. He was outside playing with some other children. He was there. He was fine playing with the kids. And when she looked again, he was gone. Now, Aji is 6 years old, and he has the mental capacity to function at about 2 years old, and it could be as low as 1.5 years. He speaks less than 5 words. So he doesn't talk much, but he does understand Haitian Creole. So it's a little different than standard Creole. And I haven't been able to find out a whole lot about it, except that it's very different. And people from Haiti normally speak the Haitian Creole. So he can understand people quite a bit, but he doesn't speak much himself. He does smile a lot. And as soon as he went missing, it was reported. They started looking immediately. After a few days went by, the interest, kind of went away on that. But, Aji has been missing for 2 months now. It is officially now, since it is 12:56 a.m. on the 10th of March, it is officially 2 months missing. That is a full day, longer than things. And I want Haley to be found just as bad as I want Aji to be found. But he needs some attention. So a little bit of a rundown here on Aji. And he is, like I said, 6 years old and missing since January 10th. He is a black male, black hair, brown eyes, 3 feet tall, 45 pounds. We do have 5 photographs of Aji now. There are 3 really good ones, and then one that's good and one that's great as far as to use them. We did this past Wednesday. We were able to get a photograph of Aji wearing the sneakers he was last seen wearing. He was sitting with some of his classmates, and the Collier County Sheriff's Department issued, they put out the photo of him wearing those sneakers, hoping it'll bring in some leads. He was last seen wearing a blue and yellow t-shirt, blue and yellow shorts, state black and green, sneakers like that. So, he needs to be found. Another thing is that, according to news reports, they have cleared Aji's family of any, wrongdoing in this matter. Aji was living with his mom and his stepfather or stepfather-to-be, or, common law, or whatever they want to call it. Aji's father, his biological father, lives in Haiti, and they have cleared his biological father of having any involvement in his disappearance also. So, he is missing from the village. Fortunately, and he just needs. So that's why we keep talking about the case so much, to try to get him that attention. And thank you, Gail, so much for coming on to talk about Aji tonight.
I'm happy to.
Okay, Gail, so I know we discussed a lot of things. A lot of people don't know what's going on in the Aji case. Can you bring everybody up to speed about what might happen?
Well, we're hoping that the team will be able to make it to Florida to search for Aji, and hopefully, get either a lead on some clues, or actually, be able to find Aji. In the process, I really, how I feel about media, and especially because of, how there is media prejudice. But in this case, I feel like we're forced into creating a media issue, because if we don't, we're not drawing anyone to help on this case. So as much as I'd like to stay away from media, I don't think we have much of a choice but to get media involved, because they're not looking at this case, and that's a problem.
Why don't you think they're looking at this case?
Well, back again, I know many people have heard me say this, and I'm going to say it again. It might sound really cruel, mean, and nasty, whatever. Call me mean and nasty. Because at this point, it really ticks me off to think that we have certain cases that fit that criteria. So where people looks interesting and good, the white girl, so to speak, the either blonde hair, blue-eyed, or, it fits a certain criteria that people, oh, how beautiful, how cute, how this, how that. And then the storylines, are always crazy, where you can't believe this poor child's missing because, the goofy family antics and all the stuff that goes on. And it's just a media circus. And it creates a media circus, and people want to hear all this drama. Believe me, I really... Yeah, and I really despise drama in missing persons to start with, and everyone knows some things have been going on with me. I've been pulled into drama, and I really hate it.
Yeah,
I think there's no reason to have drama. Drama does not belong in missing persons.
Yeah, it seems to follow you around, unfortunately, which is,
Well, I think when you're out here in people's faces,
Well,
that happens
it's the
a
word.
lot.
I think it's the word psychic, and the bad name that a lot of psychics have gotten over the years. That has a lot to do with it. Guys, Gail has.
Yeah, and
If you guys don't know, Gail
go ahead.
drove personally. Gail lives in Ohio. She drove down to Florida not once but twice. She put over 4,000 miles on her vehicle. That's gone now. Okay, just to help in the search for Kaylee. And I've seen the garbage that she had to put up with, and she still drove on. Then she went down there for a third time. She flew down there. She's been there 3 times. She's willing to go back again. And this time it's for Aji. And when she says that she doesn't like the media, she means it. She's turned down Nancy Grace 3 times because the show would interfere with the search. So guys, whatever you think about psychics, whatever, Gail St. John and her team went down there, okay, to do this for free, okay, despite what everybody thinks and says. They went down there for free. She's willing to go down there again, with your help. I'm sorry, Gail. Go on.
Whatever it takes, and like I said, I don't like media, and you've said it, Brian, but the thing is, on this case with Aji, we need media. Nobody's covering it. Nobody really cares. It's kind of being tossed out because it doesn't fit the criteria. The parents can't come out there and talk about it every 20 minutes because of the language barriers, and that's an issue.
There's some other issues with it with the family too. It's just they're not media savvy, and they don't need to be. And it's not really. It's at this point. If the parents can't defend Aji, we need to. And with you going down there, here's the good thing. Here's the good thing. Psychic goes to look for Aji. Okay, people might talk about it. So what? I don't care how they talk about it. And while they're talking about it, Aji's picture is going to go up on the screen. That's all that matters.
That's right.
And you know it.
It's not that I like getting out there, but if I have to do this to help this child, I'm going to. I'll be the one standing there with a bucket on my head.
Speaking of Nancy Grace,
as long as this picture's up, that's all we care about.
Nancy Grace maybe she has 1 million or 1.5 million viewers, okay, which I don't know if it's a lot or not, but her viewers are what makes a difference because those viewers are the people that actually care about missing children, and she does a show for basically the victims, okay, and it's the only show I've seen where she looks out for the victims, which is wonderful, and I think that her viewers, would really be interested in Aji. And you've been on her show numerous times. Well, I think
I do have her producer's personal cell phone number.
Right.
No, I don't call for any reason because
yeah,
I just don't have a use for
I've spoken with Natisha before. Very nice lady. One thing I didn't like.
But in this case, I will. Make an effort to let them know.
I didn't like. I didn't like a lot of times where they said, would you please come on and never call you back? That to me is a little unprofessional. But that's not important right now.
Oh well, that's the TV world.
So there you go, folks. Psychic going to look for Aji. No matter what you think, we still know in the end that Aji's picture will get out there. And again, this time, Gail, the team needs donations. At this point, we're taking donations for Gail and the team to go down there. You can go to her website, which we gave out before, we'll give out again. You can go to the findaji.com website for more information about Aji or whatever. But what we're really hoping is we're really hoping that we don't need donations. We would hope that maybe, Leonard Padilla, who seems to be so interested in these high-profile cases, would maybe say, "Hey, let's send Gail down there," which would be nothing. It's what he would spend for, a night on the town.
Somebody getting a hold of Leonard Padilla.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're only talking. $1,500 would get you and the team there, okay? Or some network. Come on, spend the money and take them down there so they don't have to beg for donations. Because when a psychic begs for donations, everybody says something about it. You can't say the word psychic